So people often ask me, what is inquiry? And there are so many ways to describe what it is that I often get a little lost. So I want to talk about it in a number of different ways, and hopefully each of them will give you some sense of what this is and why it might be both valuable and important for you. So last year, over the summer, I was on holiday on the beach with some friends, and one of my friends was talking about his new hobby, which is scuba diving. And it was so wonderful to watch him talk about it. He lit up like a Christmas tree, sort of his excitement and his delight and his joy in what he'd found in scuba diving. And he spoke about how it's like entering just a whole new universe, a world that you could never even have imagined, right? This world of these miraculous colors and these beautiful exotic life forms that swim around, and all the different kinds of places you can find yourself, like in a coral reef or in a kelp forest, or creatures like sharks, or tiny, beautiful, colored, miraculous little creatures that are right there, right? And it's a living world that you're in, right? It's not like a picture or an imagination. It's palpable and right there and vivid and 3D and all around you. And as he was talking about this, I was sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, that's exactly what inquiry is for me. And the only difference is that with inquiry, we're not going swimming in the outer world, right, in the outer ocean. We're diving into the ocean of the inner world. We're getting into our very own consciousness to discover what is actually there, what's going on there. And it turns out that inner world of our consciousness can be felt and touched and known and experienced in every bit as tangible and palpable a way as swimming in a beautiful coral reef, right? The inner world is not just imagination, not just ideas and thoughts and fleeting emotions, but it is something that we can vividly experience and explore. And that as we do so, it yields up all kinds of riches and secrets. As human beings, we're somehow usually more focused on the outer world, right? We're more aware of the circumstances of our lives, of the projects that we're engaged in, or the people and the relationships and the connections that we have. And we seldom, or at least much less, tend to really notice how all of that, everything that's going on in our lives, is really driven by what's happening inside us, right? By our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our sensations. That's one level on. But actually, if you look even deeper than that, there are all kinds of forces inside us that drive us to connect, or drive us to want to do things, or to actualize ourselves in certain ways, or to survive, or to make ourselves secure. So there's all kinds of drives and impulses and qualities of our nature that are playing out in our lives, right? So to dive into the inner world is to begin to explore those forces, those things that are going on inside you that are actually you, right? That really are you, not just what's happening around you, but the you that is engaging in all of those circumstances, the you that is living in your life. So with inquiry, we get interested in that, right? We begin to find out what actually is that. And of course, we discover literally a whole universe, a whole inner ocean with all kinds of creatures, and from raging sharks all the way through to miraculous, wondrous coral reefs or things like that. So really it's an adventure of discovery. And the discovery, what makes the discovery so rich and so exciting is what you're discovering is even more exciting than discovering something out there. You're discovering you. You're discovering these new possibilities and new potentials that are actually your own nature, your own potential that can then live in your life in ways that you may never even have imagined before. Right. So this is really one way to think about the journey of inquiry.